Let's go to David in Edinburgh. David, good evening.
Good evening. Actually in the Netherlands tonight, but there we go. A very simple one for you, Daniel, hopefully. I have a car that I got wrapped. I didn't inform the insurance company that I'd wrapped it. They're saying that was
when
a
you say
major
wrapped, you mean hit a lamppost or something like that?
No. Wrapped as in put a wrap around the car. So I changed the colour of some of the car.
Got it.
Yeah. They're saying that's a major modification. They should have been informed. I have been in an accident. They say they're not covering it for that reason. Do I have any wriggle room at all?
Is it literally as simple as as spray painting it?
Yes, basically. It's quite common nowadays for people to wrap their cars different colours, particularly Teslas. This car was blue. It's wrapped yellow and blue.
Okay, sorry, I'm not familiar with the word wrap in this context. Are you spray painting it, or are you putting some sort of wrap around it?
Yeah, you're putting a wrap around it. So it's a vinyl material that goes around the car.
And why does the insurance company say that makes a material difference to the risk of an accident?
They said it's a modification. And what I'm trying to find out is, where does that stop? Putting an air freshener in the car.
Yeah, no, I get the point.
Yeah,
I get the point. I mean, one normally thinks of a modification as being stripping out the engine and putting a more powerful engine in, to take an extreme example. Where obviously the insurers would have a better point. Well, instinctively, David, I think the insurers are on a hide to nothing here, although... query whether this is even a modification, but even if it is, I think if you took this to the financial ombudsman would say they're technically right, but it's totally unfair that they're denying your claim. We're going to make them pay.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that, because I thought I was kind of up the lake without a paddle there. So,
yeah, no, not at all. There is probably case law on this, David. I'm not familiar with it, but instinctively, I would have thought that it makes no material difference to the car, the risk of the car, and so the financial ombudsman will say they're not allowed to deny your claim.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Thank you, David.
Show. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the Netherlands. Robert from Oxford, in connection with David from Edinburgh/Netherlands, called just a moment ago, has said, "My daughter has a car wrapped and has to pay an extra £600 a year premium." That's really interesting, Robert. Thank you for that. Because if it is something that makes a difference to the risk, then David's insurance company is entitled to say he didn't declare something that's relevant to the risk. We can get out of it. I'd assumed it doesn't make a difference to the risk. Robert tells me I'm wrong about that. So thank you, Robert. Getting loads and loads of texts on this question from David in Edinburgh, whose insurance company refused to pay up for a car because he'd wrapped it in a vinyl material. I'll just read out a few of them. I said I didn't think that should increase premiums, but everyone's telling me I'm wrong on that, because apparently it does make a difference to the risk. I thought it wouldn't make a difference, but lots of text saying it does. Simon has WhatsApped. It's not that wrap makes a difference to the risk, it's that it makes it more expensive to repair the car. And if that's the case, then the insurance company is entitled to say, you should have told us. Nanak has said, apparently if you wrap a car, it increases the width of the car. So the insurance claim the car is bigger. Yeah, that sounds a bit... I'm not sure I agree with that. If you're just wrapping a bit of vinyl around, it's fractions of millimetres. Anyway, Chris says, if you change the colour of your car by wrapping, that could make it more attractive to thieves, which increases the risk. Chris, that's a good point. So I think I've been talked round by everybody, actually. Does sound like wrapping does increase the risk, and I thought it didn't. So, David in Edinburgh, you should have told your insurance company, and they are entitled to say, no, we're not paying up for this. Sorry, David. But that is the collective view of LBC listeners, and I'm persuaded by it.